Good day, this is Ray. Today is Saturday, May 11th, 2024 for me. Another day of learning and growing. I hope that you, your family, friends, and loved ones are doing well and staying safe. This is the first words I'm actually speaking this morning, so we'll see how this goes. Got a lot going on, so hopefully I won't make this video too long, but this is May. For me, has become a very important month because a lot of things seem to happen for me in May. It was May of 2019 I was diagnosed with lupus, and then May of 2021 when I started to learn how to budget, when I actively started to budget. For years, not even sure when this habit started, but maybe late 20s, early 30s, I started tracking my spending to the penny. And I thought I was budgeting, but in the back of my mind, I knew that really wasn't budgeting. It was just keeping track of debt. And what was happening was that I was spending money, and I had credit cards. So I said, okay, well, if I can afford to get this, I'll get it. I'll either pay cash or I put it in my credit card and I'll pay off the credit card later. But what happened was that the credit card never got paid off, and it just kept accruing interest month after month, year after year, until finally the cards were maxed out. Now, a big part of my debt, even going back that far, was the student loans. And that debt led to more debt because there was a long period of time where I was living on income that, I couldn't afford to live in the place that I was living. And, just kind of making poor spending decisions. Now, my debt, I identified in June of 2020 was $115,041.89. That's just consumer debt. That's not a mortgage. That's just non-mortgage debt, which consisted of student loan debt, the highest amount of debt, personal loans, 401k loans, medical debt, auto loan, debt on installment, which I think it just in that time was a cell phone, but how expensive cell phones are. Maybe some other type of debt, but I can't think of it right now. But what happened in May of 2021 was I hired a coach, Brad Long at ZeroDebtCoach.com, to teach me how to budget. He gave me all his tools. He opened his toolbox, gave me the tools to be able to do this the right way, and to get out of debt in a way that I won't go back into debt. So one of the biggest things that happened that changed for me was I identified an emergency fund. In a way, I had already started doing it before being coached, but I didn't identify it as that. I just set aside money and put it in my savings. But it wasn't enough. As a matter of fact, I think Dave Ramsey suggested that you keep $1,000 for a baby emergency fund. Well, this goal was $5,000, and it makes sense now that I think about it, because you could have emergencies that will easily wipe out, let's say, half of that. Car problems, washer and dryer goes up, other appliances, damages inside the home, a medical emergency, certain things like that, because I think back, when I was hospitalized, that first hospitalization wiped out my deductible. I mean, it caused me to meet my deductible in that first hospital stay. Not only that, I met my out-of-pocket maximum in that first hospital stay, which was a total period of about 19 days with a break in between. So, had I had that emergency fund, I could have just used that towards paying that medical debt. Now, I have a great example of when I actually had to use my baby emergency fund almost completely, was when I moved into this house, and the way I paid for the home was by taking money out of my 401k. I didn't take it out as a loan. I actually cashed out a chunk of my 401k. Because I did that, it put me into another tax bracket, and then I had owed a lot more than I was anticipating. But fortunately, I had the emergency fund, wiped it out. I just recently replenished the emergency fund. I think it was January of this year, so I'm back on track to be. But no, it wasn't that soon. It was March of this year that I replenished my baby emergency fund. Now I'm back on track to be able to accelerate my debt pay down. So the thing about budgeting is, what happens is when I get money, whether it be from my regular paychecks, or if I get it from surveys, or if somebody gives me a gift of money, whatever, I give that money an assignment. I say, okay, money, here's what you're going to do. I'm going to set aside $500, one paycheck, for part of my mortgage. I'm going to set aside $60 for the electricity bill. I'm going to set aside $50 for medication. I'm going to set aside, I'm going to assign this money to do that. So it's as easy as that. Now, it took a little bit of practice to do that, but now I can honestly say 3 years into it, it's become easy for me. And I never would have thought that would happen. It's become easy. It's just something that I do. It's something I don't have to give much thought to. Now that 3 years into budgeting, one thing I need to add too is that since June of 2020 to now, as a matter of fact, as of yesterday, I've paid off over $62,000 worth of non-mortgage debt. I would have never thought I'd be able to do that. For one thing, that was not a goal. It wasn't even on my radar that I could pay off this debt. It felt like something that I would always be living with. And, I could see that it's possible to pay it off. I still have a little ways to go, but I'm in a lot better position than I was. And the fact that I even decided to tackle the debt the way that I am says a lot. I don't have $5 coffees anymore. I don't go to the movies. I stopped going to the movies anyway prior to the pandemic, and I hadn't gone back to the movie theater since. And I don't take last minute trips. I don't do all the things that probably people enjoy doing, going to Disney World and going to Six Flags, going to concerts, going to all these things. For one thing, I can't afford to do that. And for another thing, my goal is to pay off this consumer debt in a much faster clip than I anticipated. Build a full emergency fund. Pay off my mortgage, which I'm only 2 years into a 30-year mortgage. And to be able to hit retirement and be debt-free. I can't begin to tell you, how that would make me feel doing that. But seriously, everybody should be doing this. And that's why in my videos, I am starting to share more about my financial journey. It was last year that I started to share month to month what my debt journey looks like, which is a huge step for me. And this keeps me accountable to stay on track and to accelerate the pace to pay it down even more. So this is where I am, I have a big debt because I've got my mortgage, but I'm not really, focused on that right now. Of course, I'm paying, if I weren't paying that, then I would be recording this in my car. So I'd be homeless. I am truly thankful that I have started this journey. And I said in a previous video that if you're thinking about budgeting, don't think about it, just do it. Make it part of your routine. Keep it going. Not at any time have I felt like stopping. I'm just doing what I'm doing. Anyway, before I wrap up this video, I just wanted to say tomorrow is Mother's Day in the United States. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to my mom And thank you for all the years you've taken care of me. And, I think back fairly recently when I was diagnosed with lupus, and I was basically bedridden. And, she made all my meals. She taught me how to do a medication schedule. And, there were a lot of times I was angry, and it felt like I was taking out my anger on her. And I truly apologize for that. I was angry at everything. I was angry at myself for being in that position, and for allowing myself to get that sick without dealing with it. So I just want to thank you for your love and compassion over the years, and your example to me and the family, and to everyone else that you've all the lives that you've touched. And happy Mother's Day to my sister-in-law, and to the moms that are no longer here, and to all you mothers that are expecting, and to the moms who just had babies. Happy Mother's Day to you all. And if you made it this far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And when I post my videos, you can find me at youtube.com/@LupusLifestyle. As always, thank you for watching. Take care.